know. Like when the drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light, and you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business, handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. On the return, here's Kerwin Williams. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Gone!
He'll drop to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll hand it off to Prosise. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. The pitch goes to Penny. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Now back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and this is now a 1-point game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first rounder, Trey Waynes. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, You're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On second down, here's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive starts with C.J. Prosise. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wins. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to let this one go deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Caught right side is Jeffrey. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Wentz will try again on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Look.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A big run that time by Murray. Give him 52 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a give to Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! Check 43.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Leopard! Leopard!
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's Penny. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shane Ray into dropping behind the line. And that's a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just... Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Detroit! Detroit! Mike, 53.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll drop to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nazir Jones getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he's gonna score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The extra point up and good, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This is taken at his 4. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Aguilar has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, Wentz. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
4 down, 4 down. Don't go. Run.
Wentz now on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Wentz to throw again. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, it's Wentz. And he floated one out there incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team.
And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. McManus's point after is good, and that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Wentz now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Let it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Detroit! Detroit!
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Detroit! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney! 58 to Mike! 58 to Mike!
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles,